Hello, my friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family. So, it wasn't too long ago we were talking about this, and we're talking about it again. We have more manhole covers exploding. And looking back, there's been a continuation of cases. It's just been ongoing. And so, this is something that happens occasionally in the past, but now it seems to be happening more and more. And greater events as well that are causing, evacuations. So, what is going on exactly? Is this related to the earth changes that we're seeing all around? Is this related to perhaps some sort of plasma event? As we've been talking about the changing conditions going on, the loss of the magnetosphere, the increase in cosmic rays coming in, and basically the dynamics between what goes on the inside of the planet with the weather systems and everything else that's going on all around. So here we have manhole fires erupt in Hell's Kitchen. Jersey Boys Theater is evacuated, and so this is published on the 16th. This is new, and several manholes erupted in flames in Hell's Kitchen on Sunday evening, causing subway lines to bypass the area. That's significant. And the evacuation of a theater performance of Jersey Boys. Video posted to social media showed flames shooting high in the air and people running away. The manholes lit up on 50th Street between 8th and 9th Avenues. The MTA said C and E trains were skipping the 50th Street station in both directions while police investigated the fire. M. Eric Johnson said on Twitter that he was in the audience at New World Stages for a performance of Jersey Boys when an announcement said the show was on hold due to technical difficulties. He said the theater was evacuated shortly after 8 p.m., and here we see a photo of the evacuated theater. And so this was canceled because of the manhole explosion outside the theater. Con Edison confirmed that at least 3 manholes were involved. No one lost power as a result of the fires, said Con Ed, and the cause of the explosions wasn't known. So that's curious. Cause not known. And here again, this is out of Eyewitness News. Flames shoot up from the ground in Midtown. And, this is talking about basically this same event. And again, they still don't know exactly what caused this. And so looking over and looking deeper, I saw there was 10 underground explosions that sent smoke flying through Atlanta, and 10 very large explosions sent thick smoke into the air in Atlanta's Midtown neighborhood, shut down major streets during the height of Wednesday morning commute, according to authorities. And so this was from the 6th. Atlanta Fire Rescue spokesman Sergeant Cortez Stafford said rainwater runoff may have caused an underground transformer to explode in the area. No one was injured in the explosions, no apparent damage to Emory University Hospital in Midtown, next to where the explosions occurred. So when firefighters arrived at 8 a.m., Stafford said the breakers on another street have already been tripped. That cut power that was going to those transformers, which in turn put the fire out and caused the explosions to cease. The smoke eventually dissipated. Authorities closed multiple streets, most of which reopened before 3 p.m. Witnesses tweeted videos from the scene showing a series of quick, loud pops and flashes of light coming from grates under the sidewalk near the hospital. According to Georgia Power, those grates are intended to ventilate the underground area where the transformer is housed. And then when things quieted down, thick plumes of smoke were seen rising several stories into the air over Peachtree Street. John Kraft, a spokesman for Georgia Power, said it appears the issue is isolated to a single transformer. And we've talked about transformers before. Remember the sky turning blue. Manhole cover explosions jolt Albany residents from sound sleep. This is on February 1st. Owners of Albany buildings damaged by the exploding manhole covers on Friday morning spoke with News Channel 13, happened in an area of State Street and Henry Johnson Boulevard in Albany on Friday morning near Washington Park. The building damage, the most, dates back to 1898. The explosion sent people out of their homes into the streets. News Channel 13 has been covering the story since it broke. For people that lived through it, It wasn't just a rude awakening. They say it was a horrifying, terrifying experience. They call it not just unbelievable, but unimaginable. National Grid said, even though this doesn't happen every day, it isn't an altogether uncommon event. The pressure apparently built up in underground electric cables due to melting snow and salt that seeps into the ground. That causes a major malfunction in the utility infrastructure when it happens. The energy created underground is so immense that the two heavy manhole covers dislodged. Adjacent buildings shook violently. There was an underground fire. Thick plate glass windows were blown out, raining on streets and sidewalks with broken glass. The draperies were blown out from the windows into nearby trees. More than 100 residents were forced from their warm beds. I assumed it was a two-car collision out there, said Wint Aldrich, one of the building's owners. I went to the window, looked out, and could see some people and somebody calling out to somebody else, "Are you all right?" But I didn't see the accident. So then I went, well, I'm going to open the window, see it better. And the window was gone. It's beyond an inconvenience. It's disappointing and very sad, said Tracy Rosen, another owner. I agree with my husband that we want to know how this could happen. National Grid promised on Friday things would be back to normal in 12 to 24 hours. And this is not the first time downtown Albany has seen problems with manhole covers. The News Channel Quick 13 did a quick search in our archives and found a number of incidents. And in 2016, 11,000 people lost power after a manhole cover blew at South Pearl and Arch Streets. In 2015, a manhole cover exploded near Madison Avenue near Washington Park. And in 2014, concerns over aging infrastructure were raised when torrential rains backed up the drainage system, which blew off a cover. So the question is, are these things becoming more and more common? It does seem so. Underground electrical fires lead to manhole explosions in the South End, and this is Boston. Boston firefighters sprang to action after two manhole explosions rocked the South End of Boston on Monday afternoon. And this is February 11th. Approximately 1:25 p.m., Boston Fire Department said it received a report of two manhole fires, one at Columbus Avenue, another at Isabella Street. The District 4 firehouse, which is at 200 Columbus Ave, responded because firefighters heard the explosion. One manhole cover was forced off completely, the other was left slightly ajar. At 2:42 p.m., the firefighters reported they had knocked down the underground electrical fires and there were no injuries. Firefighters said that one manhole explosion broke the windows of a building at 34 Isabella Street. A woman working in the area told WCVB that the force was enough to shake her desk, which is 49 stories above the ground. Firefighters said they had to change their firefighting methods since the fire was electrical in nature. We used fire and ice. It's a gel mixture. Our hazmat companies are trained in it, and what it does is it flows in and forms a bond around the arcing and electrical wires to make it safe to stabilize. Firefighters said they checked the basements of surrounding buildings for smoke and high levels of carbon monoxide, didn't find anything. The Boston Fire Department said one firehouse lost power and was operating on generator power. Eversource Energy is now investigating the incident. Obviously, they're looking for the cause. And this is Salem, Massachusetts. Cause unclear for downtown Salem man cover explosion as well. And this was at Essex and Seawall Streets early Wednesday morning. This is February 13th. And so, again, the same sort of scenarios that we are seeing. In this case, they got high CO readings on the block, but they still don't know the cause. And then over here, underground explosions close Route 202. This is up in the Hudson Valley. New York State Police announced that Route 202 was closed Saturday night, and this is the 10th. For emergency utility work, closure was between Hudson Valley Hospital Center and Conklin Avenue. Loud explosion again. And what they heard was a transformer explosion underground that damaged a gas main. It was so strong that a debris field was found across Route 202 and throughout the front parking lot area and the main entrance of the hospital. The explosion was powerful enough for both manhole covers to land approximately 100 feet away and to split one into two pieces. That's pretty powerful, and we see some photos from it. So do you think this is all normal? It's interesting. I don't remember this in the past. Perhaps it has happened, but I've never seen mention of it in the past before, like the last year or two. And now it seems like it's happening left and right everywhere we look. And this was posted on January 30th. Transformer explodes, sending manhole cover in the air into pieces. And this is Kansas City, Missouri. And so, more and more of this. And again, transformer blew up. So why are the transformers blowing up? Is it just simply because of the floods and the weather? Is there something else involved? I mean, is it partially perhaps because of maybe movement in the earth itself going on, as well as plasma discharges going on? Is it related to perhaps some construction going on of the deep underground tunnels that we have talked about as well? What is really going on? Lynn Street closed after explosion heard in Roslyn, and this is February 5th, as we see again. Another electrical explosion. Dominion has confirmed to authorities loud boom was caused by malfunctioning underground transformer. Another transformer blowing. Why are these transformers going left and right all the time? And this is in Virginia, Arlington area. So what's up with that? What's up with these transformer power surges going on? And then, of course, the one that we all saw so much was the one in LaGuardia that caused the whole sky to turn blue.